we're going to start here. Right here. We're looking at this oil tanker frozen in time, much like ourselves. That's enough for the helmet for the time being. It's very echoey. Yes, we're looking at, unsurprisingly, the CMS, the Colonel's Merchant Ship Bulldozer, and it is carrying nothing. But that's fine, because it's heading in the direction of, wait for it, here you go, look at all of that fuel! Yeah, it's heading right over here. Let's unpause the game. Yes, so we're still pursuing. Ooh, hold everything. Now, I just jumped from 400,000 overdrawn to 800,000 in profit, which means absolutely nothing. There you go. I thought for a moment I had a ship arrive, because when a ship arrives, it is payday. Oh yes. Sounds good. Moderate game sound is good. Thank you, chaps. Right, so yes, here we go. Right, now we're gonna load up here. Where's this actually heading? This is heading to Edinburgh. Now the reason I'm sticking with these ships, at least for a little while, is that they make really good cash occasionally, but their running costs are like a third of the overall cost. No, hold on. Their running costs are about a third of the profit they make, and that's not even off a full load. So what have we got waiting here? Tromsø has 43 waiting. I'm going to continue to pronounce that in my own way until someone points me at a link that gives me the correct pronunciation. But I'm going to guess it's Tromsø, given the Norwegian Scandinavian tendency towards as a vowel. Anyway, yes, we're going to load up here. We're going to get 110 barrels of fuel on here, and with a bit of luck, it didn't hit the dock. That was careful manoeuvring. And if I'm pronouncing it pretty well, then what I'll do is I'll stop making fun of it at the same time. You know, that'll make me some friends. Right, yeah. So we'll get a decent load on here. And then we'll see where we go. I mean, do yell if the game sound is a little on the low side, and I'll bump it up a little bit. I can be a little. Don't drop Trudheim into the mix as well, or I'll get terribly confused. What do we get? 115. That's all right. So let's have a look at the pipeline here of fuel stuff. What are you? So you're actually, you know, reasonably up to date. I believe that's a Mac that we're running there. Now, you see the tooting truck of some description. I'm gonna try and keep half an eye on the chat. If I miss something, then ping me directly, because it shows up in a funny colour and it's easier for me to spot. So here we go. Yeah, we're taking full loads the entire time. Now, some clever person in the comments, in fact, probably all the clever people in the comments of the videos in the run-up to this, because we're picking up exactly where the series was up to, suggested, why don't I ditch this truck stop here, hoik it down the road? We can use that one, given that also it has catchment not only on the oil well, but also on the port, right? So effectively, I could save myself some bother, and I will do. But that's boring, right? It's not exciting. Improve roads. There's no point in improving the roads right now, because none of these trucks go fast enough. As soon as I get some faster trucks, I'll update the roads. We are still in miles per hour because I forgot to change it back over to kilometers. My apologies for those of you who you know, get religious about your measurements of speed. But you know, let's not do that. No, let's not do that in the chat. Right. Anyway, where shall we start today? Do we want to do a bit of a quick review of the map in general? Well, I don't care whether you want to or not. We're going to do that. So Charlotte's coming along nicely. And look at this. We've got an oil well in Charlotte that I can make use of. But really, I want to max out on the Port Nelson escapades. That will be, you know, terribly, terribly positive. But down here in Charlotte, as you can see, 199 people waiting for the Intercity. Splendid. As we roll up to New York, the port of New York is actually starting to get a little bit of business. He said, where 3 people are waiting. Terrific. But, you know, there's someone coming on this bus. I'm sure of it. 2 people. They're both going to want to ride on the big ship. Go on, get off and ride on the big ship. Big ship ride-ins, what you want to do. Come on. You, sir. You in your pajamas. Come here. No? But everybody wants to ride the Titanic. You know, Kate Winslet's on board, and she'll let you paint her picture like one of your French ladies. Oh, here we go. There. See, look. Yeah. Lots of happy-go-lucky people with their questionable walks heading towards the port. Yeah, the port it's kind of working. It's not break-even yet, but it will pick up over time. So as we move out of, you know, here's New York Central Station here. 302 people waiting. I've got to get more trains on here. Speaking of which, here's one now. Shall I try one of those action camera things that I do recently? Here we go. Yeah, action camera. Oh yeah. Oh, can you feel it? Can you feel the action camera? Tree, signals. Oh, that's beautiful. That's just, I have made that happen like a champ. I can't pay back the loan if I've got no money. You know, that's just not going to happen. Perfect action cameraing right there. They don't call me Mr. Action Camera for nothing, you know. They should. There we go. So we're pulling in. This is going to make me some bucks. How many bucks? How many bucks are you going to make me? You're going to make me bucks. I want bucks from you. 397,000. Yeah. How much in debt am I at the moment? 19 million. Let's pay this back while we're on the tour. I will be taking it out again. I just want to highlight, just while we're here, this is my favourite bit in the entire map at the moment. This section right here. There we go. Probably got some people getting off here, or not, as the case may be. Hold on. Come on. 16,000. Woohoo! I imagine its running cost for only about 50 or 60,000. Right, yeah, no, look at this. The reason I like this is because you've got the port, which is pretty close. You've got this, like, you know, this little tunnel coming out from underneath. Now you've got 4 tracks sweeping fantastically across the top of this cliff top. It's just brilliant, right? I mean, you know, that's, I hope you appreciate it. Right, let's move on. As we go around, we're going to come to Toronto. Toronto is the next stop, where we've got one of the old timers, which I desperately need to replace, and I'm going to talk about why I haven't replaced it in just a moment. Now, the old timers are costing me money. I mean, this guy's making profit, I believe. Yes, see, look, still making money. That's fine, but costing me money because I should be making more. Then we've got one of the new purple numbers heading up, which obviously everything will have max passengers on board as we head over to Chicago. Yeah, Chicago, same story, max passengers waiting. Kaboom, 238. So there are only, I believe, 3 trains running on this service right now, vehicles, 4 trains running on this service. We've got 1 old timer on there. Now, the reason I haven't updated it is because the train we're using on here is 6.5 million quid, right? Now, 6.5 million quid's not a lot of money, but each stop they make 400,000 or so. So let's say over the course of a year, they'll do 4 or 5 stops. Right, give that. Let's say like they make 2 million. It still takes 3 years to pay back the cost of the flipping train in the first place. So it's worth doing, totally worth doing, and it's worth adding more as well. I could probably run another 2-3 trains over this route, and all of them max out profit. The thing is that what we then get is an hour of me sat there like this, waiting to pay it all back. And, you know, You might think that's entertaining. You know, I could occasionally, you know, look in another direction. Right, there's all that. I could play with my hair a bit, you know, all of that business. But you know, it doesn't make for riveting gameplay. Exactly, Vargan. Exactly that. Yeah. So let's hop the Atlantic here. So basically, I do want to update the trains on there and make sure that we've got as many as possible running. But you know, it's not going to be interesting to watch because it's going to cost a lot. Hold on, look at our profitability for the year. 2 million up. That makes a change. Well, given that I've been spending like a wild man for the last couple of years, then you know that's fairly inevitable. And we are coming up. We are coming up on airports. Airports is going to be, you know, good times. Good times will be had at airports. So here we are over in Toulouse. And it's the same story, right? We've got 187 waiting there. Now, Toulouse is going to be really important in the flow of things if I'm going to make a go of this transatlantic shipping nonsense that we started out on really, really ages ago. Yeah. Money makes money. I know it does. But I've got other things I want to spend money on. I've got loads of things. You know, we've got expansion, for example. And that's not flipping cheap, or it certainly is not cheap the way I do it. Right, oh, sorry, this is Nantes. Historically the biggest town on the map, 240 waiting. Let's see if it's still the biggest town on the map. Brace yourselves. Population. No, Paris. Paris has overtaken Nantes as king of the proverbial hill, with its many Parisian citizens. Yeah, hold everything. Look at this. Look at that. That, you know what that is? That is asking for trouble. Right, I'm going to plumb in some track now just to stop these fools doing anything ridiculous. Like, you know, building houses. I don't want them building houses here. I don't even know where this track's going. Why am I out of cash? Come on! I don't want to... Look, the thing with this live stream malarkey is what I don't want... No, don't repay. I need to borrow some. Is what I don't want to be doing is turbo boosting the game because I'm waiting for cash. You know, we can behave at a more leisurely pace since I've got, you know, 4 solid hours in the company. Why have you added catenary onto that? I'll allow it, but I'm not pleased. We'll do the same the other end, just to stop the French getting, you know, carried away, which, you know, they do. Flipping heck, that's 800 quid. Planes. We have planes. Get Wrecked Gaming is suggesting that the payment per delivery is based on the lowest top speed. Didn't I say I'd switch to metric? I did. I forgot. Sorry. It'll happen. Metric will come back again. Don't worry. I'm a metric fan, and I drive a metric van. I don't, but would. Come on, we've got to have a train arrive. Stuff it. I'm going turbo boost just for a minute. Yeah, plane hype. It's time. Now, what we need to do with planes is decide very carefully where I want to make my my plane stops. I'm thinking 4 airports in the fullness of time. 4. We'll start with 2. Obviously enough, because they're really, really expensive. Oh, come on, make me some money, damn you. Look, we've got the turbo boosters on. It's March already, and airports have been available for ages. I just want to block this bit of road to stop the AI getting flipping carried away. Oh, I don't want to borrow. Let's just borrow the money. Give me the money. Right, I got 3 million quid now. I don't know how that happened. Let's do that, and then mash out a bit more. Oh, do that. It's not a duplicate segment. I'm trying to snap onto the end of it. Is that not incredibly obvious? You ridiculous game. Up here. Up. Yeah, there we go. Right, just a little bit more, and that's just a bit of AI prevention there. It won't be enough, but you know, if we can merge Paris and Berlin, I mean that'll be pretty exciting. I suppose. Right, okay, now. Planes will absolutely kill any chance of your transatlantic ferries ever making monies. No, it won't. I have a plan, and it's a good one-ish, mostly. Probably, I reckon. Anyway, here we go. So, Berlin, same story. You know, lots of people waiting. Redundant track, obviously. But it won't remain redundant for long. Then we head over to the stuff that we're not really using. So we got, you know, Zurich, and we've got Rome, and we've got Algiers and Madrid and Copenhagen and London and Edinburgh. Edinburgh's used. That's fine. We can talk Edinburgh in a moment. And Dublin, Copenhagen, Stockholm, and Tromsø up here. Right. So as you can see, we've had a delivery here recently-ish because the trucks are still. Although I mean, you know, if you can call it a truck, some dude sat on a novelty fairground ride. Making deliveries, and that should keep them happily busy until the next one turns up. And at the moment, we're all the way over here, and you're gonna see that this is flawless narrative on my part any second, right? Because obviously that one is heading back to Port Nelson, which is where we began. I've done a full loop, friends. Oh, yeah, I'm a professional. Right, okay, so what are we going to do first? I could do planes. I want to set up one more ship. Let's set up one more ship, and then we'll do planes, because ships are cheap compared to that. And then I'm going to fix the train track so it makes more money. In fact, you know what I'm going to do? I'm going to sack the old timer. If it's going to... You there. No, you're not that old. You here. No, not you either. Where's the next one? Where are you? You rattling rust bucket. There we go. Turn it around. Send it to a depot. Go on, clear off. Don't need you anymore. You may give a mournful toot on your air horns there, but you know, it's all good. It's all good. It's all good. It's not an air horn, it's a steam horn. Hello, what's going on here? Why are you stopped here? What's your problem? Yo, waiting for a free path, okay. Which free path are you waiting for? Is it because you are on the wrong side of the track? It is. You are on the wrong side of the track. We're going to turn it around. Okay, try not to wreck the place too much while you head to a depot. Okay, right. Alright, and hopefully that will bring up a bit more cash, but, you know, we'll see. I've heard, this is from @Parmentier. @Parmentier? Apartmentier is a word that I could relate to, potentially. How profitable will the freight planes be? I've heard on the grapevine that they are very, very profitable. We'll find out. I'm going to start with passengers rather than the other thing, goods. But we'll have to wait and see. Right, I am now stunned into inaction because I don't know where I want to put an airport. Now, largely, let's just pause them up a sec here so it doesn't burn through my slush fund. And we'll see what we end up with. So the freight airport and the passenger airport are different. I'm going to go max terminals from the get-go. You want to charge me £3 million to stick it there? You can think again. Now, I like this as a location. Obviously, there is some... Keep your finger off the mouse button. 1.5 million... 830 grand including the removal of 3 buildings, which means we can do it cheaper than that. If we build out over here on the flat, you're looking at 300 grand. What about over here? No. And I like this because it's close to the station. Okay, right, well, see, it's nice and flat. There's not an awful lot I need to bulldoze in order to make it work. I think this is the place. So Chicago, which would be O'Hare if we went with the official airport name. There you go. There's your first bulldozing of the evening. Exclamation mark cut once. There we go. Yeah, 400 grand. Yeah. Now, this is going to cause problems later on when I look at extending to a fully modernised airport. But I should have the cash by. I don't want to get rid of them. Come over here. Over here. You 300 and something. Actually, I'd quite like to keep that road down the side, possibly. 300 and change. Yes. Can you? Do we want to give it a bit more room? Let's give it a bit more room, and we'll go about 382 is a price I can accept. The bulldozing drinking game. Good show. I like it. It smells good. We have placed it. I'm pretty sure that was the right airport. I didn't even flipping check. Oh, what the hell's wrong with me? Let's get a large bit of Strasser going in here, and then hold on. Getting a large bit of Strasser in there is going to be tricky. What about a medium Strasser? For some reason this evening we are referring to everything as in German where possible. There you go. Now we might be able to get some tiddly buildings in there. You never know. Ding, 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 ding. Over here. No, look. Keep it straight for as long as you can. And then we'll pull an executive bendy manoeuvre towards the end. There you go. See, look, that's nice. See, these guys not only now have a ruddy grey airport directly behind them, but they also have a main road. People would kill for that, you know. Go, oh yeah, I want planes flying directly over my house as often as you can possibly make it happen. Let's go about there. See, connected up with no drama. Just did it. You know, it knows what's good for it. Let's do. Should we do the same here, or should we just let that organic itself? No, let's not. Organic is something. We want something with lots of organophosphates. There we are. Splendid. And then we will rattle this up here. Right, and we'll turn this into a maximum street. 4-lane street. Is there not a 6-lane? I thought there was. Maybe that's only country roads. Okay, right, well, fair enough. So be it. And we'll barrel this up here. All of this, of course, is going to be a massive rod for my own back when it comes time to extend to a modern airport. But you know, we live in the present. The future can take care of itself. I've done future planning with all that rubbish with ballast, and did it pay off? Did it bunkum? No, didn't even slightly pay off. Didn't get close to it. Hold on, and if we get rid of that as well, no, just that bit. Don't delete the airport. There you go. That looks good. That looks good. I like it. It's promising. It shows great depth of character. No, we need to back it up a touch. That's a bit more of a touch than I was anticipating, but we'll do what we do. Maximum. Right, take it down to there. Don't delete the building. There we are. And then sling this street up here. Job's a good one. Delete that little tiddly bit. There we are. Right, okay, that'll do. I like it. I think it's good. Right, now I need to put in some kind of bus thing. We've got the gargantuan circle. Yes. We have this. Oh, look at that. Look, it wants it. It's just begging to be put in there straight away. Sold. Or do we go for something, you know, will that fit? I don't think it. Oh, it will. I'll stuff it. If ever you were going to do a big flipping bus stop, that's the place to do one. The angles are completely wretched, but, you know, hey, cool. We can conceal that with a judicious application of the tree gun. Right, we'll make it look like that was intentional, so that people can put in gardens. Tree to the gun. Tree gun's misfiring. Yeah. Okay, right, well. We managed to get a couple of rounds off from the tree gun at least, so, you know, it's not the end of the world. There we are. Right, okay, well, bright and breezy. We've got a bit of that. We've got some of this. Top hole. Perfect. Maybe ballast can help. Yeah, it would be the one time it did. Right. Actually, what I am going to do is I'm going to stick a bit of road. Right, this bit of road doesn't have any purpose. Except it does. And another bit of road, right? Should we try and make those? No, we don't need to, right? And another bit of road. Right, we're gonna make a bit of a circular path here, in a bid to try and reserve a bit of space for when we need to extend the airport. It won't be enough, not even slightly. We'll probably have to delete the bus stop and all manner of other stuff as well. But that should be enough to protect a bit of that land. Right, where's it going? I hear you cry. Well, I think in the first instance we're gonna go to Scotland. If there's space. Now, the reason for Scotland as my choice here is it's not too far. Right, it's not too far. Or maybe London. Yeah, okay, well, it'll be one of the two. It's not too far, and Edinburgh's already under development thanks to it receiving fuel. On which note, let's bash in a bit of road here. Now, it currently doesn't have a station, and actually a terminal here. Oh, that'd be nice. Okay, well, what do we want to do? Do we want to use a shed load of ballast? Yeah, I know, I haven't given up on ballast. Yeah, I don't want to place the station yet, largely because station has got running costs associated with it. Whereas with track or track equivalent, which is what ballast is, it's a place once and there's no further maintenance cost. So I'm just going to book some space here, and I'm going to want a London route and a Dublin route. Here, I'll do a bit of that. So this is going to need to be probably a 2-track terminal in there. But this means that what I can do is if I put a big old chunk of road in there. Hello, it's not looking good for your house. If I put a big old chunk of road in here, then put the airport on the other side. I think we're talking international. Yeah, we're talking international. Let's see what we get if we do this. Oh no, it doesn't want to destroy one house. It wants to destroy two. And that's not what I had in mind. No. Look, I want to do a big old bit of road. Look, I'm a fan of big old bits of road. You're gonna fight me at every flipping angle, aren't you? No, it wants to go straight through both of them, and that's more than I want to spend on deleting people's houses at the moment. You know what I'm going to what I'm going to do instead is I'm going to just put people on notice with this big old bit of road that at some point in their future I'm going through their front room. Right, and then we'll whack that out there and probably delete this bit for the moment. Right, let's air to the port. Whiz it around some more, keep whizzing it around until we've done a full circuit. Stonemere, this is bigger than I anticipated. Come on, I'm not paying 2 million for an airport. I'm not doing it. Look, I can already hear the dulcet tones of London going, we'll help. In that way that they do, you know, despite it being a traffic-choked hellhole of an area, they'll go, oh yeah, stick another 16 runways down here. Yeah. If you've never had to drive it, you're missing out on doing the M25 at rush hour. I can tell you that for nothing. Where are we? I prefer Edinburgh as a destination. I prefer it. It's just more interesting. Mr. Hipbone, 2:30. You did well. You stuck it out for a good half an hour. Thank you very much for tuning in. Be sure to catch the chopped chunks and re-edited. We'll see you in the future. Right, I've got a bit of redundant road in here now. Scotland's not. Oh, hold on. Let's go to the Highlands and see if, as much as these aren't actually that high. Yeah, you see, this is more my kind of price. Let's have a look. Now I'm going to do a very slow rotate and get various quotes on pricing. It doesn't seem to want to sink below 600 grand though. What do we got? What do we got? What do we got? What do we got? Anything at all? Right, let's do rapid spins. Hold on, I saw a 5. 5, it's too far away from anywhere to be useful. Anything else? Alright, maybe we say, let's just have a quick look and see what the size of the goods airport is. I don't like any of it. It's all rubbish. Scotland? No, sorry, afraid not. You are not the city for me when it comes to this transatlantic air route. London, unfortunately, may be it. So yeah, I mean, this is, or Dublin. Dublin might be a goer. Let's have a look. We got 400 grand. It's a compelling offer. As much as this is as much Wales as it is London by this point. Yeah, what else have you got for me? Something south. Just grumbling going on now. All right, Dublin. Let's have a look at it. Come on, show me where. Oh, look at this. Dublin's chucking up some interesting pricing here. 579, and that's pretty much the centre of the city. Okay, right. Okay, right. We've got a sale. Pending here. Let's whiz it around the other side. Back it right up against people's back gardens, which is going to make upgrading it completely hellish. But by that time we should have some cash. Right, it's Dublin, people. That's where we're going. Now, the problem with this is that at present there is nothing else going on in Dublin, and it's not connected to anywhere. So the amount of demand is going to be minor. But hopefully it won't stay that way. Hopefully it won't stay that, particularly when I've got a train station plumbed in as well. Stick that over there. There will need to be some wholesale bulldozage going on here when we need to upgrade that to a jet capable setup, or maybe I don't. Maybe I leave it as like a little dirt track runway kind of a setup. There we are. A bit of that. Load of this. Some of that. Give it a one of these. Don't you collide. There you go. Perfecto. You know what? I'm going to put trams in Dublin as well. Yeah, I'm just feeling it. What's the other airport in the panel? The other airport is the goods airport. Just so you know. Right. Okay. So if we look at zoom out a little bit and look at things, I want to do a Dublin Edinburgh route, which will come out of here and will probably trace over the mirror the side of that bridge and then come down here, because I could put the train station right next to the airport. And why aren't you upgraded? Come on, riddle me that. No, you don't want to. Alright, we'll do it like that just so it looks neat. I prefer me a big road, if I'm honest, but we'll take it as it is. I might actually buy the station here as well, because that's the kind of mood I'm in. In fact, this is going to be another terminal, and you know what? I'm going to make it a modern terminal, or more modern. In fact, no, this isn't modern. This is turn of the century. Right. Okay. Well, we're going to want to follow the coast up. So I'm going to need to go through that fella's house. And frankly, terminals look terribly sad if you only have one track. Right, two platforms make everybody much happier. Right, I want it there, actually there, or if we had the second street connection, or here. Right, in fact, let's go right opposite the bus stop. $355,000. It's a lot of money, but you know it's going to make me millions over time. And as much as I didn't want to do this before, because I've just blocked stuff out with ballast, I'm going to do this one here now so that it's done. I'm looking at the shape right now rather than the cost. Okay, we could do that. That could work. You're going to get terrain alignment collision, too much curve, God knows what else, and that terminal is far too far away from anything of any use to anybody at all. Right, okay, side connection it may be. Regular station, yeah, I think so. I think it's going to have to be that. So so you see what I mean? So the terminus of the thing is actually close to something I want to use. And then if we pull this out a bit, it's also cheaper. Why is it cheaper? I don't know why it's cheaper. If we pull that out a bit like that, then there's room for people to build both sides of the airport. So maybe that'll work. Did I get the underground stations mod? No, not yet. Not yet. I will do, but I haven't as yet got the underground station mod. Yeah, I'm going to whiz that up there. You know what? I can feel another train line coming on here. You know, I might set this up now because there's things are going on in Edinburgh, and with Dublin about to be an international hub city, it would make sense to start getting stuff moving potentially, and actually starting to get some traction in getting the towns done that I haven't yet done. But it's too early for that, though, isn't it? Isn't it really too early for that, given that you want to be buying planes and getting them running? Okay, look, well, we've got that much done, so we can go from Toronto to Dublin. It's a very short hop, just like in the real world. They're practically next door neighbours. So yeah, from here over to here. I do not have big hopes for this big. That's a circuitous route and no mistake. Why don't you just go? Why you have to pull this enormous manoeuvre? Probably the curvature of the Earth. Grand. I like it. That's good. And we could also we could start piling fuel down to Dublin as well. But it's a bit soon for that. But that is going a long way out of its way. Anyway, right. This is going to be TOR Dub passenger. There we are. Splendid. Pleased are we. Right. Now, what are we thinking for aircrafts? So it's due to the cargo mod, we do have modern freight planes already unlocked, but we're going to stick with the Junkers here, 179,000 a pop. We're going to put them in orange livery because I say so, and we'll apply that to that one, and then I'll do the same at the other end. I think there'll be enough demand for 3 passengers coming in each direction. You would hope that there would be enough demand for that. Buy it, yeah, stick it on the route. There we go. And if that pays off, they'll cover their costs. They'll make a little bit of money. I'm not going to get rich out of it, but it'll do. Okay, now while we're paused here, I've got $1.5 million left in the bank, which means I can also set up another goods route. Now, one of the things that I was thinking of doing was hooking Toulouse up, because it's got a tremendous rail network. Well, everywhere's got a tremendous rail network that I've bothered to interact with. But it's more that I've built the road down to the docks already, and therefore adding another dock next to it might not be too much of a hassle. You know, I said, whoa, that's a passenger dock. There we go. See, I spotted it. You know, people say I don't learn from my mistakes. They're wrong. I do. I just make them again on purpose. Right. What do we think? 200,000? Yes. We could do that. I'd like it right next door. That would look, you know, that would look pretty cool. I'm sure that's going to cause me problems. Any advance on, yeah, 216. I'm going to take it. There we go. Right, now, how can I connect that up onto here somewhere? With a bit of road. Yeah, that's what people use. Let's... yeah. Oh, you've terrain alignment colliged immediately. This does not bode well. Oh, no, it bodes bad. It's a bad boding. Do you want to help me? Oh, no, it's so bad, it's making the screen go dark. It's like, if you were to build this road, it would be the end times. Alright, I'm going to regret this. Okay, right, so, well, what we need here is we need to do this, right? Okay, so that can work. You're also going to need some kind of truck stop there, Buster. Okay, well, let's go the opposite direction then. Yeah, no, I do not like it. I do not like... The game doesn't like it. I don't like it. Based on the chat, nobody else likes it. Hello, Smasher. What's up, indeed? Nobody likes it. This is heinous. So what I should do here is I should get rid of the 200 grand port that I just built and then put it somewhere else that makes sense after putting a bit of road in. But no, that's not the way that I that's not the way that I work. No, instead what I'm going to do is probably spend the best part of £1 million reshaping everything to fit with where I've stuck the port. You've seen me operate before, you know that's how I work.